Hello and welcome to Network Africa. Coming up on the program, pay back the funds. President Jacob Zuma offers to pay back some of the funds he used to renovate his Nkandla home, but the opposition rejects the move. Then South Africa students take to the streets as they're upset about the hike in fees and other related issues. And later on, the Burundi coup plotters could spend the rest of their lives behind bars. Well, it's a delight to have you join us on Network Africa right here on Channels Television with me, Cynthia Are. South Africa is making headlines for the good, the bad and the ugly today. First for discussion is the plane crash in Gauteng province. South Africa's private medical emergency service, ER24, has confirmed that its paramedics are at the scene of the deadly plane crash, which claimed 3 lives. The light aircraft crashed into shacks at Benoni City's Wattsville Township east of Johannesburg, and paramedics tweeted this picture from the site of a crash just a few hours ago. We understand that they are still at the scene. Well, staying in South Africa, the president, Jacob Zuma, has offered to pay back some of the $23 million he spent renovating his Nkandla home. Analysts see this move as a precautionary measure being taken by the president in order to avoid any embarrassment on his part when he stands before the Constitutional Court come next week. Other analysts link the move to the forthcoming local government elections and even his State of the Nation address in Parliament, which he's due to give on the 11th of this month. All that is mere speculation, but what is clear is that President Jacob Zuma spent $23 million on security upgrades and wants to pay back some of the money. We understand that the opposition has been doing some tweeting, and it says here, we confirm that we reject settlement from Zuma and will proceed with our heads of argument as planned. That was tweeted by Musi Maimani and hashtag pay back the money. The opposition, Democratic Alliance, has also rejected the move and sent this tweet as a reason, saying the contents of his settlement offer do not comply with the public protector's remedial actions. Hashtag Nkandla. Well, here's a breakdown of what President Jacob Zuma is alleged to have spent that $23 million on. The first is the amphitheater. We understand that he spent about 68 million rand on that. The second is the chicken run, which was about 1.2 million rand. The swimming pool was estimated to, the money estimated to have been spent on that is between 2.82 million rand and 3.96 million rand. As regards the fire pool, the cost is undetermined. The visitor center is estimated to have been worked on for about 6.7 million rand, and the cattle kraal, regarding the cost, it's still undetermined, but the estimate is that the president spent $23 million renovating his Nkandla home. Well, you should know that President Jacob Zuma is not the only South African president who has spent money renovating his home. However, it is outstanding when you compare it to his predecessors. If you look at the amount that was spent by P.W. Botha, he's alleged to have spent over $16,000 renovating his home. And as regards F.W. de Klerk, he spent about $22,000 renovating his home. Regarding the late Nelson Mandela, we understand that he spent $2.9 million on 2 residences. As for Thabo Mbeki, we understand he spent about $1.1 million renovating his own home. But as for President Jacob Zuma, the current president of South Africa, we understand that he spent a whopping $23 million on his rural Nkandla residence. Well, joining us for more on what's going on in South Africa is Channels TV correspondent Betty Jebia. Betty, thank you very much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Now, what is the latest regarding this pay back the money hashtag, which is trending?
Well, you seem to have it all in detail, but, you know, the expected debate is going on. He seems to have tried to, like, burst a bubble for those who were waiting for him at the State of the Nation address, which
yes.
is on the 11th or the 12th. And then we know local government elections are here in the middle of the year as well. So initially, according to his lawyers, the president never said he wouldn't pay, but he said he qualified it by saying, I will pay what has been determined for me to pay. But the DA, as you mentioned, that's the Democratic Alliance led by Maimane, said they're going ahead with the heads of argument at the Constitutional Court. You know, we have, what they're trying to do is have it in the Constitution, the nation's rule book, what to do in situations like this. And they're saying that he has to abide by what the public protector has recommended, which includes paying a reasonable percentage of the cost of the non-security upgrades in his personal home, pull up the ministers who handle the upgrade projects and abuse state funds, according to her, and also determine a report to the National Assembly on his comments and actions within 14 days when she released the report. So the debate is ongoing. We're waiting to see what will happen at the Constitutional Court, which is the highest court in the land, and waiting to see what the president will say as well. The EFF, which is led by Phyllis Malema, will be speaking officially on this matter tomorrow. So there's more to be heard, there's more to be said, and we're watching.
Well, Betty, there's a lot of speculation about the timing. Do we know for certain that it's really about the State of the Nation address or about his appearance in the Constitutional Court next week? Do we know exactly why the president chose to make this move at this time?
I can speculate just like you, Cynthia. Everybody is speculating, but I think he's trying to avoid, as I said, you know, like put a pin in the balloon of those who are waiting, because we were expecting to pay back the money, or when are you going to pay back the money chant after SONA. You know, SONA is like a national event where the parliament opens and there's a red carpet, a big deal, and that was marked last year by the pay back the money chant. And they were waiting for him again because they feel nothing has actually been done regarding this, or he hasn't made any categorical state. So it's like trying to pull the carpet off whoever is trying to stand against you. But they want something official in case or see an official end or resolution to this and avoid it happening again, not just with the president, but probably any other president that comes.
Betty, just before I let you go, any new updates regarding the plane crash, which claimed 3 lives this morning?
No, basically what we know starting the crash was a light setup around what they the not area. That area is a line of flight. No flying aircraft, light aircraft, and people were killed, the pilots and crew as well. We understood that it was flying from Blackstone to Alana, but no bystanders when it crashed into a netball field, a netball court in the area called the Noni, just outskirts of Johannesburg.
Okay. Well, Betty, thank you so much for joining us and giving us those updates. We appreciate your time. Thank you. Still to come on Network Africa, South Africa students take to the streets as they're upset about the hike in fees and other related issues.